AITA for dismissing my sister, saying I need to rename my son because it's on her baby list, and telling my parents she better buy the rights for names if she wants to stop people using them? Quote, am I the asshole? Winter Bandicoot 233. NTAIF, you looked over your sister's list and told her certain names were off limits because they were on your asterisk list. Would she offer you the same benefit? Of course not. This is the action of a child who was given special treatment by your parents and never told no in life. She grew up into an adult who doesn't seem to comprehend that there are other people in the world. And you cannot dictate the terms of another person's life. You name your baby whatever it is you wish to name them. You tell your sister that she survived the millions of other people having the same name as her future baby. So she'll survive yours if you happen to choose that name. Powerfully weak. 12,261. NTA, the name is on Jade's list? Funnily enough, it is also on your list too. And you have equal right to use it as she does. You got there first. You get the name. If Jade had given birth to a baby and chosen your name, would she be changing it for you? Quote, Enrisis. 1233. NTA. You didn't go too far. They went too far with this stupid demand. You go ahead and name your beautiful baby boy Finnick. With a great big capital F. Throw in middle names from the men in your family too for good measure so she can't have them either. And to your parents I would say something along the lines of, if you don't back off. Imagine the reaction of my son in the future when he asks why there aren't any photos of him and his grandparents when he was a baby. It's because they tried to force me not to name you Finnick because it was on a list of possible names their favorite child, your auntie, had at the time for her potential future kids. Even a 5-year-old would know this is stupid, absolute lunacy, and your sister is a brat. Revolutionary Dog 835. 1790. NTA. I recently found a kitten and named it Finnick. Found out yesterday that the kitten is a girl and I had been considering changing the name. But after reading this post I'm doubling down. Tell your sister. There is also a kitten in Canada named Finnick, so I already stole it from her list. My Finnick stands with your Finnick. Kitten tax. https imager.com/gallery/emomsga. ETA. Her full name, as cat names have a habit of evolving, is Finny Goose on the loose. Little one with fluff caboose. Jewel_flip. 379. NTA. Tell your sister and parents that Jade can use the name too because those cousins will never meet. Sam Bartlett 1776. 580. Act concerned and be like, shit, okay, what are the other names on her list? Boys and girls. So I don't accidentally use another one. Then every time you get a pet, even a goldfish, or if you have another baby, just start using her names one by one. NTA. But you could be really petty if you want. Start calling your husband, wife by one of her names as a nickname. Claim your new mom group has all the names. Name the plants in your house those names. Your car. A random bush. Your favorite spatula. A throw pillow. Doodly Dooderson. 4129. Does anybody remember the Golden Child story where GC always copied the op in whatever she wore or bought? So op cracked on that she'd saved up for this really extreme designer handbag. Think it was Jean-Paul Gaultier. And then turned up at a family event with the discreet, classic bag she'd actually saved for. Whereupon her sister, clutching her JPG bag, burst into tears, and OP's parents turned on her shouting that she should pay her sister for the bag. She did this deliberately. How dare she set her sister up? These are the same parents. Exactly. Who the fuck deliberately raises an adult toddler? Please op. Keep away. Stick with people who love you. Don't let Finnick be a victim of their shit. Trish Shirt 5678. 116. 6. AITA for telling my daughter that life isn't high school and if it was she would be the loser now. Am I the asshole? Classic Bandicoot 672. 2. NTA. While it's never good to call your child a loser, you were using the word she used for her sister and in a conditional manner. So I'll give that a pass. I think it's probably closer to the truth that Sarah was never a loser. She was just playing a different game. She did what she was interested in, had close friends, and probably never wanted to be popular. Research has shown that siblings intentionally differentiate themselves from each other. I had 5 siblings, and we were all very different. My closest brother, only 14 months older, was on the chess club in high school. I could never beat him at home, so I never joined, in this case since Kelly was older and liked sports. Sarah could never be as good as Kelly in sports, so she chose to focus on classwork. Kelly was a favorite with the coaches, and Sarah with the teachers. 1962 Michael, 6562. NTA. She's acting like a loser who peaked in high school, and equates everything back to high school. You clearly put things into perspective in a way that she can understand. And she did not like it. Did she think being cool and good at a sport that she no longer plays would get her through life? Quote, overall donut 3646. 1591. 1. NTA. You tell it like it is. You calling out that her high school mentality is super outdated and hopefully it resonates with her. It's sad to believe the status someone held in the 4 years of high school should determine the quality of life in the following decades. She's cruel to her sister for being successful, then complains when the mirror is reflected back on her life choices. Turns out the tables can turn sharply once you in the adult world. Kelly made choices and she has to come to terms with the outcome. She still has plenty of time to make new choices too. She's still young. Tiny Me 3. 348. NTA. It's about time she got a reality check. She's the one who threw her studies down the drain to party while her sister worked her butt off to complete them. Actions have consequences. It's about time she learns this lesson. She's 24, not 14. It's time for her to grow up. Certain Thought 531. 83. NTA. Show her Napoleon Dynamite and ask her if she wants to be that guy still reliving his HS football days by taping himself trying to throw a football over a mountain. Sadmep. 39. NTA. Kelly is obviously behaving like a complete brat, and I can only imagine how frustrated you must be, but I can guarantee that Kelly is going to remember her mother calling her a loser for the rest of her life. That's the sort of thing you just don't forget. My siblings can call me a loser and it's water off a duck's back. Let my mom or dad say that and I would be devastated. Some things just hit different coming from a parent. There was probably a more constructive way for you to respond to Kelly. If I were you, I would definitely sit her down and have a conversation. Something expressing how you don't view her as a loser, but you worry about the way she views herself, and the overt jealousy, resentment she has towards her sister. Remind her that if she's so unhappy with her life, it's on her to fix it. And hating on her sister isn't going to solve anything. It's cheesy, but tell her that resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Mainly, though, you just want to convey that you don't consider her a loser. Midnight Son of a Bitch. 766. In Ta. It's no one's fault but her own that she peaked in high school. XA0. Maybe this will give her a wake-up call to do something. Aggressive _ cup 8452. 113. AITA for telling my younger siblings I am not their dad and they need to stop acting like I am their parent? Quote, am I the asshole? Future Kiwi 5361. NTA. Your siblings need therapy. You might need some, too. For yourself. And for finding a constructive way to communicate with them. Moving out was a good call. Take care of yourself and consider how you want to move forward at your own pace. No Albatross 7984. 995. They were 19 when they didn't know any better way to raise you. What is their excuse now? Stand up for yourself and call out your parents for basically forcing a parent role on you. Your siblings are not completely innocent, but they are not the assholes either. Your parents are. You will need to sit them down and explain clearly why your family dynamics are not okay and why you can't meet their needs like they want you to. Shoko Maki 76. 3786. Greater than but my sister. 16. Said I had to do these things because I am supposed to. I asked her why I was supposed to and she said because you're basically our dad. Ask your sister if she would like to be mom to her younger brothers, giving them money and driving them around and having no time for herself. By the Brook 88. 636. In Ta, they are not your kids or your problem. Your parents need to deal with their kids. XA0. Dominique Gleeful. 160. NTA. I am sorry you were parentified so heavily. That's a really sucky move by your parents. You might have to consider gray rocking them. Or temporarily blocking them to get some peace and make them realize that you're done pandering to their ever whimper. Dragon _Queen _ 666. 150. NTA. XA0 Great. They were 19. So why at 16 are you expected to be a better parent to their kids? No. NTA at all. Stop responding to anything your siblings ask until they are ready to treat you like a sibling. If they want to call you an ass, good. You're an ass, so they should stop talking to you if you're that bad. They can start asking their adult roommates for things. Beneficial _ local 1012. 81. 80. The 16-year-old is now the oldest and is the same age you were when you were asked to be dad. She should be able to empathize with your situation. Break it down for her. Ask her to do all the things you were asked to do at that age. When she asks something of you, ask something of her that you would have been asked to do at her age. You want me to do X? Right after you do Y. As I was doing at your age. You don't want to do Y? Why is that? Is it because Y is unreasonable for a teen and is a parent's job? So we agree. Forcing me to be a parent at age 16 was unreasonable. Some people have to be told to do the thought experiment. Imagine you were me, to empathize or see another perspective. Ambitious _ ad 1844. 77. AITA for canceling a family barbecue after my bill ran over my car? Am I the asshole? Top Mother 6185. Why isn't Bill's insurance covering the vehicle? Madame Flora, 4204. Info. Was there anything preventing just you from skipping the barbecue? Like, are you a pit master or something? I understand being so upset and not feeling like partying. But why couldn't your wife have hosted and you either cool down inside? I'm guessing your house is big enough since you had a car for the price of a house. Or go somewhere for a few hours to cool off. Park, bar, gym, friends, etc. XA0. Space Dinosaur 1313131. 239. ESH, I was on your side until you said that attendees had come from 3 to 5 hours away. Can you imagine driving 3 to 5 hours for a party only to find out it's been cancelled? Unless there was a death in the family. I'd be pissed. It absolutely sucks and I get why you'd not be in the mood to have a party. But to affect people who had come so far seems incredibly selfish. At the very least tell the bill to fuck off. But everyone? Messed up. Tiberius_Jim. 1470. Info. If your car is insured, then you didn't lose $255,000 cause you will get them back when the insurance is paid, right? I think it is understandable that you were not in barbecue mood, but the event wasn't just for you, and I can see how your wife is mad that you are sending away family members that had nothing to do with the car accident because of it. Did canceling the barbecue change anything in the process of what had to happen to report your car damaged and so on? Pretty sure it didn't. Did you have to ruin everyone else's day alongside yours? Probably not. Would you have received a lot of in-law family sympathy when they arrive and see how your bill has damaged your property? Most likely yes. If they weren't told on arrival that they have to turn around. Nah, but I do think that you didn't have to cancel the barbecue because it literally changed nothing with connection to your car and only made your family and extended family, in-laws additionally mad. Adeline. 1609. I'd say nah, but XA0, XA0, XA0 what changed now that everyone was sent home? Your car is still totaled. XA0 you're still mad. It'll still get rectified via insurance. XA0, XA0, XA0 literally the only thing that changed by you canceling is a lot of guests had their time wasted. I get not being in a barbecue mood. So why not just removed yourself from the barbecue? XA0 edit. Actually your bill is off for not paying attention while driving. XA0. M. Hunterger. 354. 3 to 5 hour drive? Hell yeah, you're the asshole. They didn't hit your car. Kick your bill out and go sulk in your room if you want. Fancy_Association 484. 225. YTA, yes it sucks, but to do it as people are arriving is selfish. I assume both you and your BIL have insurance. The family and friends traveled a distance to attend. Possibly cancelled other plans to attend, etc. You might have been upset, but you can suck it up and do your best. Interesting fail. 8654. 697.